welcome to Lisa Marvin Art. Very exciting day. If you recall a few videos ago, I said I was boycotting our old boyfriend, Sherwin-Williams, because he changed his number and didn't even tell us. You know what I mean? He started taking away things that we needed, adding extra things maybe we didn't need to save money. He's cheap. And he's lying to us and telling us, no, we didn't change anything. We know you did. So I'm looking for a new pillow. I'll go on Tinder. There has to be a clever word. Not like Tinder, but we'll figure it out. One of you funny people figured it out. Anyways, guess what? So in that video 2 times ago, I tried Benjamin Moore. A few years ago, when there was a freeze in Texas and Sherwin-Williams couldn't make paints, that's what I was using. And I remember it being thinner back then, but I tried it again because, you know, they always change their things. And it turns out it's not actually thinner, but when I blew a bloom with my mouth, it's very puffy. So if you blow too hard, you just blow out all your colors. So it works, but you have to blow gingerly. And what I said was, I bet swipes would look better because you're not blowing things. And if we have time, I'll show you a hairdryer because I bet that's just gonna like blow everything out if it's too hard. Regardless, they do have really pretty colors. Let's discuss. I couldn't decide what to do. So I have this color called Hudson Bay, very Canadian, you know. Okay, and then I have Bermuda turquoise. Then I have Ocean City blue. Do they go together? Not really, right? But I'm just wild and crazy. We're gonna use them all together. And we're just gonna like swipe. Maybe I'll do like little swipes to see how they react. Maybe I'll do, if I had a clean knife, I would maybe use this one. Well, let's paint. Okay, I have a 14-incher here. First, I have Holcroft Galot. This is only for our Australian friends, unfortunately. Isn't that a pretty color? TLP Ball Gown, TLP Sea Glass, TLP Agapanthus, TLP Twinkle, which is an interference. Sorry. Then I have Cobalt Teal. No, just teal, sorry. Phthalo Turquoise. Oh, and TLP Sapphire. So I have lots of piggies and only a few tubes. That's okay because we're just swiping and I'm really want to do kind of like a ribbony, you know how I do my marble looking pours. So, let's figure this out here. Not sure what we're doing, but we're gonna do it and we're gonna love it. Okay, so what swipers do I have? I have this big guy. Why don't I just start with doing like, you know, the little ombre. Let me move you down a little bit, you know. Let's start with this one. You'll see it is thick enough. It looks very thick, but oh, there's a little yuckies in here. It's just like aerated or something. I don't know how to describe it. I don't think it will be a problem. I really like this color. I don't think it will be a problem swiping though. Why don't we just move her down a little bit? Because then we're gonna do this guy. Again, I don't really have much of a plan as to what we're doing yet, but we'll figure it out, right? Okay, move her down a little bit. And then the tippity top, we'll do this guy. So we're gonna marble her out. You'll see what I mean by that. It's very important, as you know, I mean, when blooming in general, to pay attention to the opacities, but when you know how I love those like transparent layers in watercolor blooms that I do and things like that? I'll show you what I mean. So this is kind of gonna be our background. Now, I don't love these lines, and what you'll find, I don't know about this brand specifically, but wiping pillow paint over each other can give you some interesting cells, by the way. Again, we don't know. But I just, you know, we don't want that one line. And we'll do it this way too. And then I'll try to make a plan. Okay. All right. See, little thingies. Okay. What is my plan? I don't know. All right. So if I want to go for the marbled look, okay? Marbled look, you would want to start with opaques at the bottom because you can't really layer your opaques on top of other things. When it stretches out, it won't look pretty. So this is the gala. We don't know, okay? Gala. And over here, this could be very ugly, you guys. I don't know what I'm doing. But remember, we're just trying to see like how they work with the swipes. You know what I mean? Okay, so now let's start. Okay. We're just going hog wild here. No plan as of yet. When I figure out a plan, I'll let you know. All right. Probably use that color a few times. I'm actually gonna put the twinkle on top because the interference paint shows up the best over dark. All right, what are we looking like? I don't know yet. Oh, but it's gonna be pretty. That's what I do know. Okay, sapphire. Oh, and sea glass. So pretty. Okay. Okay. I am done with my crazy scenario here, I think, right? I know you're saying to yourself, what in the world? Why isn't this logo? Okay, let's just fix her up here. Okay, now, Lisa Marvin, what are you doing next? Let me just pop these two little boublés here. All right. So you see, what I'm gonna do now, because we really want this stuff to stretch out, so I'm going to stretch it out right now before I do anything. Once you start stretching out your layers, that's when they will become visible over each other. You can either spin it if you want it. I just want to see a little loop in here. You can either spin it or stretch it. I'm gonna stretch it at first, see how she wants to go. And yeah, this pillow is moving quite fast, which is it moves a little thinner than the Sherwin-Williams, which is okay so far. We'll see. All right. I'm stretching it out a lot. I want to get this little piece off. Hold on. Oh, I do like what's happening there, though. Maybe I'll keep it for a moment. And we haven't even stretched it out yet. I mean, swiped on it yet. Okay. So now we have kind of, can you start to see what I mean by the layers on top of each other? That's what I love so much. I think I'm going to bring this back down to the middle. Yeah, almost there. Get those things that we love. All right, so let's start swiping. Hey, woo. I know, it's still wild, but let's see if we can do something about that. I think I'll use my petal, this one. Okay, I'll use her and do a good old S swipe. Because swipes are always pretty. And I think I'll go like this, and maybe I'll just like kind of go like that. My cell activator, I'm gonna use white, titanium white, and Australian Floetrol. I don't know if I told you my pouring medium is Bear Dynasty and Joe Sonia. All right, so here is my cell activator. Here is this, and you know, we're gonna frost our cake, all right? We want a thin layer, okay? So I'm just gonna wipe it down and go like that, all right? And I'm not pushing hard as I'm swiping. I'm simply gliding across. So I'm gonna place it here and we're gonna glide. Okay, could be pretty. All right, ooh, look at those cute little cells. Okay, it's cute. I don't hate her one bit. The other thing about the Benjamin Moores, you can see, I don't know if you can see, I pressed it down hard a little bit and it doesn't bounce back as well as other paints might. So she needs a bit more, you know, love and understanding, but I don't hate it. This is kind of what I'm looking at. I know you're like, this is crazy. Should I swipe more or leave it? Like I'm okay to just spin it like crazy and see what happens, right? Am I crazy? The air bubbles are a little annoying. It's only because I did just kind of like remix them up. So if you don't want those little air bubbles to happen, then mix a little bit before you paint. I'm just gonna dip my tip into the ball gown and put a touch of ball gown here just so it, like, you know, it's just catching my eye a little too much. All right, let's spin it. Spinny winny. And then you know what I will do? I will do a hair dryer just so we can see the difference. But it's kind of cute. Okay, I want it to go this way. I'm gonna put her down a little bit down here. A little bit down here. Like that. Yeah. So swiping is totally fine. I do want to, because it appears thin, I do want to spin quite a bit. You know. So we're gonna see, is she moving? Oh yeah, she's still really moving. So you do want to really make sure that you have all the paint off. Okay, we're ready. Here we go again. Spinny winny. So I will do a hair dryer. I will tell you, I'm gonna try to look carefully, but I do believe a lot of the pillow will come up. But that is what it is, right? Okay. All right, let me do a close-up of her. It's kind of cute.